So I don't know what's going on with Dillon. Dillon texted me the other night to hang, and I was doing shows, and I was like, what happened with this fight? And then he literally just started telling you guys, he just texted me now, we'll talk about it live. And it's like, Dillon has put himself in this weird position where it's like, it appears as if he's doing these, even accepting the fight as a way to get attention, and I'm sure there's a way to maybe monetize that attention, but now you're putting yourself in a situation where it's like, is everything for an attention? And if everything is just for the attention, now you're manipulating me or like using me to give you the platform, you know, which I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't think, I don't know if I said this on the pod or off the pod, but I don't think he's fighting again, period. I didn't think he was going to fight KSI. I think probably something is wrong. And we had fun when he was on the pod. I'm not trying to hate, but I think there might be something wrong with him, like in his body.
Yeah.
But how do you maintain relevant? Like, I kind of empathize with it. Like, the only way he can make money his whole life is fighting. Now he can't fight. So how do you try to make money when you can't fight?
That's a really interesting
Pivot to something else. Or if you're really good at generating attention, which he is, and being controversial, which he is, you can like him or hate him, but either way, you're going to enjoy loving or hating him.
Yeah, but he doesn't get paid by just signing up to a fight and never fighting. Like,
I'm
what's
sure
the
there's
upside?
some
I think he's getting
money
paid from
endorsements
audience and like from like having
appearances or whatever.
Having audience and influence, I think he makes money from.
Yeah, I get that. But if he just keeps doing this, you think that's going to
No,
keep
I think
it's a short-term hustle.
I think this was his last chance. I don't think we're buying in again. Whoever he fights. Matt, I don't think nobody's going to, but the amount of people who are going to be like, oh, I want to see this, it's going to drop by like 50% every
And
time.
has he said anything? He hasn't. He pulled out the fight and hasn't said a word.
There's one more fight that he could do and then pull out of. But I think that people give him one more chance, and that is a jiu-jitsu fight against Gordon Ryan.
I mean, that'd be crazy.
And like, because they, I guess, tied earlier in their career, and then like, people still see Dillon as a jiu-jitsu guy, and Gordon went on to have, you know, the most incredible career in jiu-jitsu in history. He's the most dominant, you know, submission grappler ever. It's unbelievable what this guy's fucking done. And I'm watching it as like super casual from the side, but like the level of dominance, you know, you're talking about Michael Jordan type shit. Like this is, and I think that people would have an appetite for one more thing, but
it'd be risky for a fighter to take on a fight with him if they are going to be like, okay, I'm going to go to camp and I got.
Oh, they'll never do it again.
It's like, okay, I spent the last 4 weeks in camp.
Yeah.
And now there's nothing to show for it. My opponent pulled out. Like, that sucks. Yeah. Even if you pull out early, and even if it's for a valid reason, if it happens multiple times, it's like, it's not trustworthy for me to put my body through this pain for no outcome.
I think you're onto something, Akash. Because if he could physically do it, why not?
Yeah.
This guy has dedicated his life to combat. Like, it's not like he hasn't been in the fucking octagon. He was in Bellator. He had 2 fights against guys who go out there and they dedicate their life to beating the shit out of people, right?
Yeah.
So, like, the only reason why I could see why he wouldn't is if there's an actual physical ailment.
And I know he's a troll, so it's easy to be like, oh, he's a pussy, he's this, he's that. The guy trained for his entire life. You're not a pussy if you train for your entire life. You're not ducking fights if you train for your entire life. You don't train for 25, 30 years, whatever, and then be like, I'm just not into it. I'm going to just keep building up and ducking out. So, like, I empathize with him. I'm not trying to, like, jump on the pile. I don't know if he's going to fight again. Hopefully he can, but I just don't see it.
Yeah.
And it is
that sucks.
Yeah, it is a shame because he had that spirited interview with Ariel Helwani, and, like, that interview got crazy views, so there was this interest. Yeah. There's at least 100%. An interest on like seeing people dunk on him, and that's what Ariel really laid in. And Ariel ended up being right. I think Ariel also called. He's like, I don't think that this fight is going to happen.
Yeah,
and it's like, but the shame is it's a missed opportunity. People want to see you fight, whether they want to see you get beaten up or not. Doesn't matter. People pay the same price of admission. Like they love you or hate you. So it's what a shame. I feel bad for KSI, low key.
Yeah,
it's like,
me too.
Yep.
You putting your body through this shit.
It's the
you
second time in a row. Last time we were in London, remember the other guy pulled out, whoever he's supposed to fight.
Yeah, I forgot who that.
And then he ended up taking on. He ended up doing
the boxer's brother.
Oh, wait,
Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Wait, Tommy was supposed to fight KSI? No, he was going to fight Jake.
Jake.
No, who was KSI going to fight? And then he ended up fighting Swarms, I think his name was.
Yeah. He was like hyped. I can't remember.
Some guy he doesn't like, genuinely.
Oh, Johnny Tsunami or something like that.
The Disney guy?
No, Alex Wasabi. I knew it was something
Alex Wasabi.
like that.
Alex Wasabi.
A Japanese
Johnny
word.
Tsunami's close.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
You said Japanese word?
Yeah, tsunami.